This is going to be an exercise in a thing called synectics. And synectics comes from two words. One is synergy. And synergy means the energy of a group. A group is collective energy. And the group works together to do something. And ectics comes from science. So it's a science of synergy, people working together to solve problems of different kinds. And in order to solve our problems, we're going to use metaphors and analogies of different kinds. For example, we're going to use what we call direct analogies, where you compare things directly with each other. Okay? Let's practice that for a minute. I'll give you two things, and you see how the ways they compare. How is an elephant like a mouse?
They have the same color?
Mm-hmm.
Tail.
It's as big as it is small.
Both have a tail.
Have a tail?
The elephant is as big as the mouse is small.
Very nice. Okay. All right. Anything else?
They both have 4 feet.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. So there are similarities, aren't there?
Both are small.
Mm-hmm. How about their feelings as they walk around?
The elephant plods and the rat scurries.
Okay. How is a cactus like a rose?
Both are thorny.
All right. Other things?
Both have some green in them.
Mm-hmm.
Both are hothouse plants.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Great. How's a teacher like a computer?
Both store
ask questions.
information.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Both ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
Both teach things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Those are direct analogies, direct comparisons. We're going to use a bunch of those. Some of the things are personal analogies. And that's when we pretend to be the thing. You know what the term anthropomorphize is, where we pretend a thing is human? Well, anthro is man, people. Well, morpho is transmitter. Well, here's an example of that. I want you to be, for a second, a ping pong ball, a table tennis ball. How do you feel, table tennis balls?
Bouncy.
Bouncy. Soft. Right.
Taking blows all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Lighting weight.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Fast like a wind.
Mm-hmm.
Filled with gas.
Mm-hmm. Great. Okay. Speedy. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes get a crack.
How do you feel about the paddles, ping pong balls?
Give you a bashing.
Huh? You like the paddles?
No.
No.
Do you depend on them?
Yeah.
Okay, those are personal analogies. I'll ask you to be things. Come up with anything that how they feel, look, relate to other things, anything like that. And the last kind of analogy we used, we call compressed conflicts. Compressed conflicts. Compressed air and conflict. And those are terms where they're two-word terms where the two ideas seem contradictory in a way. We use some very, very familiarly. Have you ever heard the term exquisite torture? Hmm?
Yeah.
All right. That kind of thing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I felt a blackness in the morning.
Sweet pain.
Sweet pain.
It was a bright night.
Terrific. Yeah? Right. Men, women are tender traps. Okay? Do you have the idea?
Yeah.
So we're going to use those three kinds of things. Before we do, I want you to write a paragraph on a particular subject. This is especially for you ladies, but men, we've got to learn to come to grips with this. The paragraph I want you to write is about career woman. A woman who takes on a career. Okay? Get ready to tidy up your last thought. Stop in midstream. You could probably write an awful lot more. Take a few more seconds. Tidy it up. You don't have to worry about these as themes that will be graded or anything. Just your thoughts. Take a little while. Okay, let's come to a close where you are. You can stop right mid-sentence if you want to. And what I want you to do is put these away for a bit. Kind of turn them over, put them under something, whatever. Forget them for a few minutes, all right? And let's go into the fantasy world of analogies for a few minutes. We'll play with direct analogies, personal analogies, and compressed conflicts, and see what we do, okay? And I'm just going to give you the, things to compare, and then, just shoot. It'll go pretty fast. I'll give you one thing after the other, and I'll record most of these as we go along, in shorthand kind of. I'll write them down, okay? Ready to go? Okay. How is a feather like a butterfly?
Yeah, it's like
Both can sail in the wind. It's attractive. Attractive.
Attractive.
soft.
Soft.
Flight.
Beautiful.
Light.
Flight. Colorful.
Light.
Children like to go in pursuit of them. You see.
What was that one? I missed one.
Boys like to pursue them.
Oh, all right. I'm going to put pursuit. Just a short hands. Okay, that's neat. How is a pair of scissors like a cactus?
Sharp.
With a
Sharp.
Sting.
Okay. How is a snake like a pillow?
Soft.
Slithery.
Gives you nightmares at times.
Say that again. I want to pick one word out.
Both of them give you nightmares at times.
Okay. That's great. Nightmare. Super. Okay. How is ping pong like getting married?
Dangerous.
Okay.
It have to be handled carefully.
Handle with care.
Constant fighting.
There is always a risk to
Both can blow up.
Unsteady.
Huh?
Both can blow up.
Sometimes you may have to part with it.
Both have their ups and downs.
Huh?
Both have their ups and downs.
Oh, good. Okay, that's great. All right. I want you to be a tiger. How do you feel this morning, tigers?
Hungry.
Keep going.
grand.
Grand.
Kingly.
Tingly. Is that right?
Kingly.
Kingly. Okay, kingly. Great.
Hunted.
Aha.
Not worth being trusted. Not worth being trusted.
How shall I put shorthand for that?
Untrustworthy.
Untrustworthy.
Majestic.
Majestic. Tigers, as you walk through the forest, you come to a large body of water. You look out there and you see a whale. What do you think, tigers?
A whale.
A whale.
Chase him off. Greedy. We'll try to chase him off. Greedy.
Greedy.
Brave.
Feel threatened.
Aha.
Good breakfast.
A meal.
Dumbstruck. Dumbstruck.
Good.
Afraid of the size.
Oh, that's terrific. Okay, I want you to be a feather. Hello, feathers.
Light.
Are you feathers?
Floating. Floating.
Light.
At the mercy of wind.
Without worries. It is free.
Fragile. Fragile. Fragile.
Fragile. Great.
Like a tramp.
Ah. Fragile.
Warm. Warm.
Warm?
Independent.
Independent. Nice. Okay. Terrific. Now, can you read these hastily as I scribbled those together? I hope so. What I want you to do is pick from these terms and make compressed complex. Just work from these terms. Put terms together. And you can change things from adjectives to adverbs or to nouns, you know. You can make any transformation. Dangerous can be danger or dangerously or anything like that. Just put pairs of them together that seem to fight each other.
Could we write them down?
I'll write them down.
Can I say that? Beautiful nightmare.
Beautiful nightmare, that's it.
Attractive tramp.
Majestically,
Greedy.
wow.
Grandly. Grandly majestic.
What was that next one?
Grandly majestic.
Grandly majestic. All right. Okay. Let's look at these for a minute. I'm going to read them to you. And I want you to pick the ones that have the most incongruity to them. Ones that just have that little jar as you go. Carefully threatened. Dangerously attractive. Beautiful nightmare. Attractive tramp. Dangerous risk. Sharp sting. Tingly tramp. Hungry chase. Dangerously hungry. Majestically greedy and grandly majestic. What are the ones with the most pull to them?
Attractive.
Dangerously attractive.
All right. Attractive tramp. Anybody else? See that one? And you can vote more than one time if you think it has a lot of tension. Okay. All right. What was the next one mentioned?
Dangerously attractive.
Dangerously attractive.
Beautiful nightmare.
Beautiful nightmare.
Majestically greedy.
Majestically greedy. Fewer. Okay. Another one. All right. Well, we want to pick a couple here. I want to pick carefully threatened, I think, and beautiful nightmare. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Dangerously attractive and beautiful nightmare. And I want you to write another paragraph about career woman. And I want you to do it from the point of view of this compressed content. You don't have to use the terms, okay? You never have to mention them if you don't want to, or you can. It's perfectly all right. But dive into the thing and be thinking. Dangerously attractive and beautiful nightmare. And if you don't find either one of those to your liking, you could pick carefully threatened. All right? So, any one of those. Just let her rip. All right, another paragraph. Right your way. Okay, what do you say? Wander to a conclusion? Can I have a volunteer to share their pieces of writing? I usually get volunteers by calling on people, so shoot.
A career woman can succeed.
Give us a good deal of volume. Yeah.
A career woman can succeed if she is dangerously attractive, especially if she is in the sales department or a film star or model. People tend to feast their eyes with her in their sight and leave their firmness or stubbornness. Then the customer or the client realizes later that he has had a beautiful nightmare if the material or the product from the dangerously attractive woman proves to be unworthy of being bought.
Let's hear it for the first year. That's fun. Read your first one. Let's hear it. Or the first part of it anyway.
If a career woman is married, then the couple get along with each other only if the husband too pursues an equally good career. Otherwise, they tend to split up. as men try to dominate the women, but they don't like to. And so the woman must decide to take up a career only if the career does not interfere with the bringing up of the children and guide them properly.
You look at you, you're avoiding eye contact. Dipti, how about you? Can we hear yours?
I mean, you want the first part or the second one?
Read the first one first and then the second one.
Usually a woman should decide before taking up a career, because especially in India, if a woman decides to take up a career, she's usually obstructed by her family. Saying that you can't look after your own family and a career together.
Mm-hmm.
And usually men don't want their wives to have any career.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now take the second one.
A career woman can be equally dangerous and attractive, and she can be dangerous to people in that sense that she threatens them. And when she gets the task accomplished, she can be equally sweet to them or equally attractive to them.
Okay, let's hear it for Dipti. Okay, very nice.
What do men feel about career women? They generally think, rather chauvinistically, that women in general are stupid, subordinate, inefficient, miserable co-workers, etc. So it is natural for men to feel that they've been brought down to earth when they come face to face with a career woman. So inferiority complexes are expressed, giving vent to jealousy, anger, envy, irritation. But it takes some time to realize that career women are generally much more determined and ambitious to make larger strides in a severely male-dominated world. And once this is realized, I think men and women can really work together as one hell of an efficient team. That's the first part.
How about that? How about that, man? Okay, let's hear your second one, Ish.
A career woman does give most men beautiful nightmares. Some because they'd have to work in close contact with her, and some because they don't want to have a female boss. A career woman has, in my opinion, an inbuilt tendency to be charmingly attractive and complimentary when presented with well-done tasks, and dangerous when work is performed inefficiently and haphazardly.
Okay. Can you see how this functions? Where you do your thinking about a problem or an idea or something, and then you have to deal with it absurdly. The first thing we do is play. How's a butterfly like a whale? And we get playful, and, give ourselves permission, if you will, to just, be and relax and think whatever thoughts we want to think. And then we have to be a redwood tree or a duck or a piece of celery or something like that. And then out of that we create the real absurdities, things that really have tension in them, and then come back and look at whatever we're looking at. And the idea is, so we have to look at it freshly. It forces us to give that fresh look. And so if you're stuck writing, you think, oh, my writing isn't really as interesting as it ought to be. Well, you play for a while with this. Or if you're stuck with a problem. Because the problem with solving problems is we try to solve the new ones the way we solved the last ones. And I often use the issue of nuclear warfare, diplomats talking about what to do. And they are acting as if we had little pebbles that we would throw at each other, so forth. And not very many people would get hurt, or at least only the combatants. And they're using the same kind of mechanisms trying to solve the problems. And in any society, and with any of us, we've got ways of solving problems. But the real problems are the ones for which those solutions don't quite work. So when you're writing and thinking and whatever, this is a technique we use to kind of get back from the way we work and be playful and so forth. Okay, thank you very, very much once again.